Hello, this is Bob Safale, and we're now about to start our webinar. Before I get started, I do want to make sure that you can hear me clearly because this is a very, very important one to listen for. So if you know the drill, if you've been here before, on the upper right-hand side of your screen, hopefully maybe they've changed their format. I haven't seen it in a while. There should be a little hand that you can click on, and I'd appreciate it if anybody, if you hear me clearly, that you start clicking on that little hand. In addition, I'd like to, okay, so we got the little hands clicking. Good, very good. Now, stop clicking the hand, and I'm going to ask you the next question, which is on the audience view, do you see Digital Frontier News? So just click on your little hands if you see Digital Frontier News. So I want to make sure y'all can see that. Oh, perfecto. We are in good shape. All right. Well, great. I want to thank everybody for attending tonight. We have there's actually breaking news that significantly, in a very, 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 very good way, affects or could affect Rate and Cloudcoin, and it's literally breaking news. One of our investors saw the report today, and I'm going to touch on that in a second. And tonight we're also going to be going over countries and states that are crypto friendly. But then we're going to go into a significant description of what's happening in the next 7 days with Celebrium, because it's giant. We're now launching, and I need to show you some things and give you some really, 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 really cool news. And tonight, you in this audience, and tomorrow, whoever sees the recording here, will see for the first time the world's first signed crypto or digital collectible that's counterfeit proofed. So that's what you're going to see tonight. A lot of different subjects. We're going to cover a lot of different things, but just to remind everybody, the purpose of this webinar is to give you trends, news and trends regarding the crypto and digital currency world, which is changing very, very rapidly as we speak. It's interesting because the currencies and the tokens that are actually solving problems and aren't simply something that you trade are the ones that are going up, and the currencies that are just the only thing they're good for is trying to bid up or just for people to invest in are the ones that are going down. So this is not unexpected. It's obviously it's very, very a great trend for currencies and tokens that have an actual purpose. They do something other than purely being a currency or a valuable. If they actually solve a significant problem, then those are the ones that are getting the best attention and are the ones that will be going up if they haven't already started. The currencies which are just nothing but a bet. I just call them bets now. Hey, you want to buy a bet or do you want to buy a problem solver? Which one would you rather do? Well, that's pretty easy call. So I'm going to put up this is breaking news. And I think when you see this, you're going to go, holy crap. I think you're going to do that. I could be wrong. And here it is. Boom. So what is this? It's the U.S. Department of Homeland Security calls on blockchain startups for anti-forgery solutions. Now, that doesn't mean that what that means here is that we can be in the game on this, because let me tell you and let me show you what this is all about. It's very interesting. let's go down the line here. I'm just going to try to make sure I have enough room here. Here we go. So here we go. So I'm trying to get this thing to move up, and it looks like I have too much extra room here. Hold on one second, guys. Oh, I see what I need to do. Okay, here we go. Perfect. All right, here we go. So, U.S. Department of Homeland Security calls on blockchain startups for anti-forgery solutions. Now, let me read this to you, okay? The United States Department of Homeland Security is seeking blockchain-based solutions from startups to prevent the forgery and counterfeiting of digital documents, according to a press release that was just released. According to the release, the request has been published under the aegis of DHS Science and Technology Directorate Silicon Valley Innovation Program. The call is open to startups or small enterprises that have not had a government contract in the past 12 months. Okay? So, Radatech, we haven't had a contract in the last 12 months. It goes further. The company must have a workforce of under 200 employees. Well, that certainly sounds like us. The release links to a detailed solicitation entitled Forgery Prevention and Counterfeiting of Certificates and Licenses. The solicitation outlines that DHS is interested in possible implementations of, basically, they're looking for counterfeiting solutions. Well, in any type of these what are really called requests for proposals, they're always very, very open. I mean, there's a lot of people who can get involved, and you can also, when you submit information, you can submit alternative information that obviously catches their eye. So the fact that they're looking for anti-counterfeiting solutions for documents, digital documents, is very, very significant, because that's exactly what Radatech offers and has patent pending on. Just to remind you that. And one of the things they're looking for are startups, which is interesting because with our deployment of already RADA, the RADA system already global, and with our soon-to-be deployment of our detection agent systems, our nodes, all over the world, we may very well have the most robust network platform for anti-counterfeiting that any startup could even ever hope to have. So, to say that this is good news is a mouthful. Is an understatement. The fact that this type of solution is being called for. Right? Once again, they're looking for startups to prevent the forgery and counterfeiting of digital documents. So, even if, for instance, our solution with Radatech doesn't fit the bill for this particular request for proposal, that doesn't mean that they aren't open to other solutions and opening up additional what are called RFPs, or requests for proposals. So, very, 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 very good news here, obviously, and interesting news to say the least. So let's go on to the next piece of news, which is also pretty doggone big. So the Swiss bank, Gazprom Bank, is now set to launch crypto services next year. Now, as you're going to hear about in a few minutes, there are certain countries that are very, very active right now in terms of cryptocurrencies and are very much looking to become the industry leader in this whole area. So there's countries that are, are much more cautious. All right, much more cautious, and that's probably the majority of countries right now. Some are just outright, nah, we don't want to get involved with cryptocurrency. Some are cautious. Some are moving step by step towards cryptocurrencies. The United States comes to mind very easily. South Korea is step by step. Japan is much more open and leaning forward in the world of crypto. But Switzerland is very much pushing the crypto world. That's a fact. So what's interesting here is one of the biggest banks is now about to launch full crypto services next year. I think once again, what's going to be interesting to find out is, okay, great, you want to get into crypto services, fantastic. What are you going to do? Why is your service a good service? What are you doing that solves a problem? It's just like I said before, the things have got to solve problems. If they don't solve problems, it's not gonna work ultimately. So that leads me to the general topic of tonight, which is what countries or locations are crypto friendly. Okay, and I start off with first, which countries. Okay, and this is an excellent article. Once again, Cointelegraph has fantastic news source, and very good article on the companies that or the countries that are what are called crypto havens. All right, so just to jump right into the water here, we're going to glide past Switzerland because I'm happy that Switzerland's jumping into the deal. I'm happy that a number of banks are now jumping into the deal and about to start opening up services. I'm really not going to concentrate on Switzerland. I'm really going to focus on two other countries. And the first one we're going to focus on is Malta. And you say to yourself, Malta? First of all, a lot of people don't even know where Malta is. So let me, give you a little geographical heads up here. Malta is in the middle of the Mediterranean. You have Italy, and the little toe of the boot, the boot toe points directly to Sicily, which is kind of like an upside down triangle. So you have Sicily that's right below, or actually to the southwest of Italy, the toe of Italy, and then just below Sicily, kind of halfway between the bottom of Sicily and Africa, right in the middle is Malta. It's an island, and it's been I don't know if it's I think it's independent now. It was for a very long time a territory of the United Kingdom, and it was famous for believe it or not, withstanding attacks for 3.5 years by Germany to knock it out. It was like almost like a fortress that never was successfully subdued by either Italy or Germany. So it's pretty interesting. But this country is now considered the #1 country in the world regarding cryptocurrency. They are the most open for cryptocurrencies. Their legal framework is very open to cryptocurrencies. Hell, the top exchanges in the world have now relocated and are in Malta, like Binance as an example, which is the world's biggest cryptocurrency exchange. They've they decided to open an office in Malta due to regulatory pressures in Japan. So here we are. We have the Maltese government that put forward a whole legal framework that opens up the cryptocurrency world. And when I'm talking about opens things up, they are allowing ICOs, initial coin offerings, which are one of the ways that cryptocurrencies raise funds. So they're opening up ICOs. They're allowing that. They're allowing a whole series of different innovations and blockchain related technologies into Malta. So right now, that's really the place to be. And if you're a major crypto company, you're going to have offices there. And if you're thinking about, if you're listening to this and you want to start up a crypto company, you think you have a real solution that can be detailed properly in a white paper, that's the place to go. You should, get there. They're very friendly, business friendly in terms of being able to open up offices. They want the business. They want to become the major haven and central point of business for the cryptocurrency world. And as a sidebar, probably not a bad place to buy a little property, to tell you the truth, because there's going to be a lot of people moving there and more businesses that service cryptocurrency related companies, and they're just going to move there. Very similar to what happened with Ireland when they opened up themselves to be very friendly for corporations in terms of taxes. Now, the second company I want to mention, or country, excuse me, that is now opening up big time for cryptocurrencies is right near the United States. And it is, I think I passed it. It is Bermuda. So Bermuda is becoming, fast becoming the place to basically start up cryptocurrency companies, companies involved with blockchain, companies involved with local financial technology. So they've basically put forward a number of amendments to their own banking act, which will establish a whole new class of banks that offer services such as local financial tech, or fintech it's described as, and other blockchain organizations. It's interesting because this is another former territory of the United Kingdom, and it may still be in the Commonwealth. I don't know. I'll have to check that out. But it's interesting that two of the hottest places for crypto advancement have some connection to the United Kingdom, whether those connections are still in place or not. So those are the two countries that I kind of wanted to focus on. Canada, to a lesser extent, is a very, very interesting place and is very, very much open to cryptocurrencies. But I'm not going to say that they're not as focused as, say, Bermuda, and certainly is not near as focused as Malta to become a dominant player. I just think they have more of a liberal, and in the good sense, kind of a more open policy in terms of, they don't try to regulate everything to death. Now, in terms of states, there are two states that have been making news in the cryptocurrency world. The first one, and this is, I think, very, very significant, is Ohio. Ohio just announced that they are the first state to accept Bitcoin for tax payments. Now, this is for business taxes. It's not extended down into individual taxes, people paying individual taxes. It's only at this point extended to businesses. But, whether this is something that's going to work out or not, I have some concerns as to whether, I don't even know how you would do it, because crypto, certainly Bitcoin itself, is a very volatile currency, to say the least. And it sure would kind of suck if you paid your taxes at $4,500 a Bitcoin, and for some odd reason, the taxing authority there didn't recognize your payment until, like, could it be 24 hours later when Bitcoin drops to $3,300. So it's very interesting, how exactly are they going to validate, or when are they going to recognize payment? Is it going to be as soon as you paid? Now apparently they have a relationship with an exchange here. Let me see if I can pull the information out real fast while we're sitting here. I don't see it easily. Okay, so the cryptocurrency payment company called BitPay is the one that's going to handle the payments. So I guess the real question, if you're a Ohio-based business, is, okay, when I pay, when you get it, is that when it's logged as accepted? I think what's more important to recognize here is that you now have a state that is taking, once again, cryptocurrencies and crypto payment. I think that's the most important, feature regarding this, quite frankly. Now, the other state that's very, very open to crypto is Wyoming. Now, they have been enacting one rule after the next, which makes it, makes it a good thing to get involved with crypto and to bring your business to Wyoming. They have a lot of very friendly laws about establishing, for example, utility tokens, okay, as an asset class that are exempt from state property tax. So, many cryptocurrencies have been registering in Wyoming to take advantage of the tax benefits. But there's also kind of a benefit from the perception that the legislation shows that the state will run a lower risk for violating the SEC regulations concerning ICOs. So right now, Wyoming is really opening up and making it much more lenient in terms of their security and financial laws to allow for people to do ICOs, to raise funds for their crypto companies. So if you're a company that's looking at doing something in the cryptocurrency world, a business, you really, really, really have to look at Wyoming and learn as much as you can about Wyoming. If you're a cryptocurrency company, if you're a token-based company, or if you're serving cryptocurrency companies, or for that matter, digital currency companies as well, because I would assume to some degree that Wyoming is open there. Now, let's get in to really, really big news. And we have a lot. I keep on saying, every day, many, many, many more people are learning about what we're doing at Digital Frontier Marketing, what we're doing with Radatech, what we're doing with Digital Frontier News and our webinars. So we can't keep on having more and more new people registering to get access to this webinar you're listening to, who have never heard anything about what we're doing until now. So I want to kind of remind everybody why we developed Celebrium and what we're doing with it right now. So I just want to go to an article that I referenced when we first started talking about Celebrium. And this article was in Forbes magazine. And I just want to read just one line of this, okay? I just want to read one line of this. Okay, you ready for this? Okay, here we go. The worldwide market for collectibles, the worldwide market for collectibles is $370 billion. Okay, I just want to read that one more time. The worldwide market for collectibles, this is memorabilia, this is baseball cards, football cards, posters, shoes, anything collectible, clothing, you name it, is $370 billion. The article goes on to say that there are 200 million collectors of varying types worldwide. 200 million collectors. And each of these collectors spends, on average, $1,700 a year. Okay, so I got to tell you something. When you think about the size of that market, it's an enormous market. Just to give you an idea, that's 10 times as big as the video game market, which is huge. Video game market is $36 billion. The music industry is $8.7 million. The NFL is $12 billion. And on music, I meant $8.7 billion. Soccer probably is twice as big as the NFL. But you can put together all the revenues from TV shows worldwide. You can put all the revenues together for the movie industry, all the revenues for music, all the revenues for baseball, football, soccer, cricket. You add it all up together, horse racing. And memorabilia sales is bigger. And I can tell you for a fact this is true because I run a company that's involved with celebrities. We're connected with over 5,000 celebrities in the sports, music, TV, and film space. We're connected to international celebrities, domestic celebrities. I work with NFL players, NBA players, movie stars, TV stars, business stars. And I can tell you for a fact, they make more money from selling memorabilia and card shows and you name it than they make from all of the money they make from their entire sports, entertainment, or music careers. But there's a problem, a big, big, big problem. It's called fraud. 30% of baseball card sales are fraudulent. 30%. So here are all these people who are trying to get their piece of a sports figure. It's fraudulent. Same type of problem is involved with posters, signed memorabilia, signed baseball bats, signed clothing, you name it. Fraud is rampant. So let's do a deep dive and look at why do people like memorabilia? Because they're fans. They're fans of celebrities. I mean, you have some celebrities right now that have millions and millions and millions and millions of followers that just every day they look for their tweets and their posts and their this, their that. They love celebrities. If you take a look at the top shows, whether it's in the United Kingdom, whether it's the United States, whether it's in Asia, Japan, China, it doesn't matter. The top shows have always had a celebrity connection. Hell, Celebrity Apprentice helped launch a president. Okay? So people love celebrities. So they love getting a piece of the action. Well, the problem is that 30% of baseball cards fraud. Probably similar percentages are fraudulent for posters, anything you can think of. So we said to ourselves, what's the type of celebrity memorabilia that sells the most? Well, it has to do with digital. It has to do with pictures, whether it's posters, baseball cards, football cards, doesn't matter. Pictures. It's digital. So how do we go about handling this? Well, I talk to different agents because that's who I deal with. And when I proposed to them that there would be a counterfeit, fraud-proof collectible, they loved it. Why? Because I'll give you an example. There was a celebrity his name is Manning. Okay, he's the quarterback for the New York Giants. All of a sudden, he's sued for millions of dollars because some footballs that people thought were signed by him, Eli Manning, they turned out to be fraudulent. So what happened? Eli Manning's in court. He's being sued. The agent's being sued. Did the agent want to have this? Heck no. So if you can provide a solution for fraud and counterfeiting to agents, remember, agents make a piece of the action. Agents only make about 2 to 3% off of the salary contracts. So when you hear a football player signed a $70 million contract, you're thinking, wow, the agent really got a lot of money. No, they didn't. Kind of relatively speaking. No, they made about 2 to 3% of the $70 million, which is still not chicken feed, don't get me wrong. But for all the other stuff, like endorsements and memorabilia and these things, they make much, 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 much more. So if the agent had a solution regarding fraud, oh man, how fast would they get their clients into it? Really, really fast. Really fast. So that's why we launched Celebrium. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but you see a little countdown clock. And what is Celebrium? Celebrium it's a digital collectible that uses Rada technology. It's the same technology that powers CloudCoin. Okay? Only now with Rada Tech, it's sitting on Rada, and then it's now soon to be augmented by the detection agent network. Okay, so that's what's going to be powering all of these transactions. And Celebrium is just like it sounds. When it launches, people will be able to go to the site, see a piece of memorabilia, and purchase it. Only here's what's really cool. They'll be able to go there, purchase the memorabilia right then and there, powered by Radatech, and in the process of purchasing it, they get handed or supplied a wallet. It's a digital collectible wallet, just like you have with any currency. And inside the wallet's going to be the collectible instantly. Bam, bam, bam. Now, let me tell you something. I don't know too many tokens out there. I don't know if there's too many cryptocurrencies out there where you can get a wallet, get the token or the cryptocurrency stuffed in a wallet, and all in one motion, and walk away with your valuable. I don't think I've ever seen it. Well, Celebrium has that. That's what it has. And that's what makes it really, really special. And Celebrium, of course, has patent pending. As the world's first digital collectible with a counterfeiting solution. And it covers blockchain. So that's pretty good. So Celebrium is launching in 7 days, 3 hours, 25 minutes, and 3 seconds. 2 seconds, 1 second, no second. You get the idea. So it's launching in 7 days and 3 hours. And I'm going to kind of walk you through the launch plan, but I want to talk about, sometimes it's good to be lucky. Because the next piece of news is all about one of the first celebrities that their collectible is going to be on Celebrium. One of the first. And this news, I had no idea was coming. None. And here it is. Bang. So here's this show. it's it's all about behind the mask. And what the heck is behind the mask? Well, behind the mask is a concept that went crazy in Asia. Crazy. It's the singer behind the mask. And what is the show all about? It's crazy. It's all about a celebrity. Remember all this. Celebrities make the top shows. Celebrities, big celebrities. Britney Spears is one of the celebrities, as an example. You're going to have these people come out in full costume. You're not going to know who the celebrity is. And they're going to sing. Okay? They're going to sing. And the judges are going to have to guess who the heck the celebrity is. And I'm telling you, this thing is like entertainment crack, if I could describe it any other way. It's crazy. And guess who is one of the three? Now, I just want to remind you, if you think to yourself, American Idol, you remember who, of course, the judges are in American Idol. You know, just think about that. Heck, you knew about the judges who were in American Idol more than you knew about the idols that won, you know? Okay. So here we are. Jenny McCarthy is one of the judges. Now, Jenny McCarthy was famous and is famous. If you watch New Year's Eve, you know, Dick Clark, New Year's Eve, there she is with Ryan Seacrest every New Year's night. They're the two hosts of the Big Ball Drop on the most watched New Year's Eve show. If you ever heard of a show called 2.5 Men, one of the biggest hits in television history, she was on the show. She was on her own show on MTV. So she is a very well-known celebrity. And her husband, named Wahlberg, is a huge music star. So Jenny McCarthy is one of the first celebrities who is in Celebrium. Actually, she's the headliner of the launch of Celebrium. Okay? She has millions of fans. Millions of fans. And I'm now going to reveal to you now what we do with these celebrities is we ask them, please select a unique picture or a unique picture that we can have. It's going to be like a poster. And the picture, poster, whatever you want to call it, has to be unique, special in their lives. Something special. And the way Celebrium is going to work is people are going to go to the site. They're going to see the celebrity. They're going to click on the celebrity profile. They're going to see the collectible. And there's a special video where the celebrity talks about why they picked that particular picture. And they're going to give all the behind scenes on why it's special to them. And I'm now going to show you you are the first people to ever see outside of our, people in our office and Jenny, the very first digital collectible. And this is the picture. I'm not going to ruin the story. I'm not going to tell you the story behind the picture. But here is for the first time ever, you're going to see what the collectible looks like. And here it is. Okay, I'm going to make sure you guys can see this. Here he is. Okay, there it is. You all see it. So that is Jenny's collectible. And there you see her signature. And I'll just kind of give you a semi-hint. Do you guys want a semi-hint on this? One of the reasons this is special to Jenny? Marilyn Monroe. And I'm not going to say anything more. But, so, here's how the launch is going to work, so you understand the launch. Right now, we have something that people can still participate with right on up to the 10th of December at the stroke of midnight. At the stroke of midnight, which then goes from the 10th of December to the 11th, all of a sudden, bam, the page goes up, the countdown clock that you saw, it's the whole page. This is Celebrium and the countdown clock, and that's it. So you will not be able to access this page. You will not be able to access that page. And that page is very important for people to access, and you'll learn why in a second. Okay? So you want to be able to access that, that's for sure. Okay, let me just do this. All right, great. So you want to be able to access that right up to December 10th. Now, so here's how this is going to work. So that December 10th, at the stroke of midnight, what is then going to happen is that all of our first people that bought what are called blanks, we allowed a certain number of people to buy a blank, which is basically a blank collectible. And they will be able to stream in, and they're going to be getting their directions soon. They're going to be able to stream in and choose which celebrity they want for their blank. Okay? Pro tip. Get the Jenny collectible. Pro tip. I'll tell you why in a second. So the people with the blanks will have 24 hours to convert their blanks into the actual collectible, which they can be. I don't want to speak ahead of everything, but I believe essentially you're going to get a promo code which you can use and be able to get your celebrity collectible. And remember, the first collectibles, just like anything, it's kind of like the first edition of the book. That's the most valuable. That's what we think anyway. We could be dead wrong. The first collectible is the most valuable, then second, third, on up the line. So everybody that has bought the blanks will get in first for 24 hours to get their collectibles. Then we will notify the very next day all of our digital frontier marketing investors, Rated Tech investors. You guys will then be told about it so you can go in and get your stuff if you haven't already. Then all of the people who have been registered for the, for our different webinars, which is thousands, will then have access the next day, the 12th. Okay? They'll have access to be able to go in and get their collectibles. Purchase their collectibles. Purchase, because now they're buying. Okay? The people who are doing the blanks are just converting. Now people can buy. Then we notify, and that's thousands. Then we notify another huge list of ours about the collectibles. Now, Jenny, we are only offering 3,000 collectibles. That's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. And the only way you're going to be able to get them is at Celebrium. We're going to have something called the trading post, which allows people to go up there and put up for bid collectibles they have. They can buy, they can sell, they can trade, they do whatever they want, but you're going to be able to acquire or sell these collectibles later on but there's a limited supply. It's only 3,000. And I can tell you right now, there are already, I think, 1,500 blanks that were sold. Maybe 2,000. So it's very important if you want to get your hands on the Jenny collectible that you should. So her show, by the way, launches January 2nd. That's what I'm saying. The timing on this is ridiculous. Her show launches January 2nd. So after we let everybody know that in our databases they can come in and they can buy collectibles, then just in case there's any collectibles left for Jenny McCarthy as an example, she will post not once, but do 2 huge campaigns. She's going to be posting her collectible on her huge social profile. We're talking, she has like just on one, it's like one, on this particular social profile, she has 1.3 million fans. Now, folks, when they learn that they can get access to a Jenny collectible that's signed, that's the world's first digital collectible, don't you think they're going to come charging in and want to buy it? Well, what happens if they're all sold? Which is highly possible. Well, now the only place, if they click on to buy that collectible, it'll say, no, sold out. But then it will say, if you want to see if you can acquire one, click on here for the trading post. Now, let me just ask you a question. If you've bought a collectible and now you have like a 1.2 million people have notified, not once, but she'll probably do it. We're probably going to organize it so she promotes it to her base December 17th, 18th, 17th. That's what we've agreed to with her agent. 17th can be the first time. Then probably we'll have it promoted again the day after the launch of her hit show. So I think it's probably going to be there's going to be a lot of people buying this thing, okay? Or wanting to buy it, because once you click on her thing and it's sold out, it says it's sold out. There are no more new ones ever to be purchased or produced. But it will tell them if you want to see if you can buy one, there's a trading post, click on here, and then you could go to the trading post, and maybe some people want to flip their collectibles, and sell them for more. So that's what we're doing with Celebrium. And each celebrity that's getting involved, we do the same thing with. We put up their celebrity collectible. We tell people about it. Early people get first access. Like the people who have gotten the blanks now, they're always going to be the first people who get access. That's how we're running this thing. If you came ahead and you got your blanks, we're going to notify those people first every single time. So the blank purchases, folks that bought the blanks, they are going to be the people notified every single time first. We're going to give them a shot first every time. Then the DFM investors and the Raider Tech investors, the detection agents, they get the next look. They go in next. And then after that, the Digital Frontier webinar registrants that come to these webinars. Then my next big look. So we're always going to do it that way. And then we're going to have the celebrity blast it out on their huge profiles. So we're going to create this type of urgency every single time. And that's why we're pretty excited about Celebrium. So I just want to tell you, because you guys have been such good people for us, and you're always here, and you're watching these webinars, you're coming, you guys are the loyal followers. We have just now, it's now open. You can go to Celebrium.com right now and get blanks and get bonus cloud coins, a lot of them. So we've opened it up one more time for you if you want to, and you go to Celebrium.com, you go to the bottom of the page, okay, you can learn you can read all about it, and you can purchase your collectibles. Now, right now, you'll see you can get 20, or you can get 40, or you can get 80, and everyone who does so will also get a very substantial number of bonus cloud coins. So I'm here to tell you, A, this is why everybody's excited. B, we're going to constantly, and from this time forward, validate the folks who got their blanks, the folks that came in early. So you can go in there right now, get your blanks, and then you are the first people that will be able to access the celebrities. As I said, on the you're going to get first access before the big launch, and you're the guys who are going to get, as I said, pro tip, you probably want to convert a lot of your blanks into Jenny McCarthy collectibles. That would be my suggestion. I could be dead wrong. I can be dead wrong. I mean, we do have the first singer elected into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame as one of our first celebrities. Now, he's pretty big too. I mean, the first guy elected into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, that's pretty big. But I can tell you right now, with Jenny, we decided to do a very limited run, because we want to just, we want to validate those folks who got the blanks, and we want to create a lot of buzz. So I'm just telling you, if you haven't gotten your blanks, get them. Celebrium.com. Go there. If you have any problem getting them, email me at bob@digitalcurrencygrowth.com. bob@digitalcurrencygrowth.com. If you have any questions, bob@digitalcurrencygrowth.com. And I would just, and if you've already gotten some collectibles already and you got a little extra disposable income, or, hey, get some more, because there's only going to be 3,000 for Jenny McCarthy. That's it. So I would suggest, if you got a little, what I call burn money, throw it out the window money, go ahead and get some collectibles. And these are blank collectibles, which you will then be able to convert into the actual Celebrium collectible. And as a reminder, just to go back up, oh, it's not going up. Let's see. Here we go. Let's just look how much time is left for the actual launch. Okay, we're at 7 days, 3 hours, 8 minutes, 22, 21, 20 seconds. Okay, so I hope that that has given you an idea of what we're doing, why we're doing Celebrium, what's behind it. It's powered by RADA, so you detection agents, guess what? You get a piece of the pie on every single transaction that happens, every single front-end purchase. There's a pool for the detection agents, so that's a pretty good thing. RADA gets famous because RADA is the technology that powers Celebrium, so that's good too. So before we end off, Celebrium, that's, if you want to go get the blanks, it's Celebrium, Celebrium.com, Celebrium, just like it's spelled up there, Celebrium.com. Now, let's go ahead and do the drawing. This is now the 4th week of the big super drawing. And let's do our drawing. And I love doing this part. This is really fun. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, did it really say that? Number 1, the first person who came in tonight is the first person who's won 5,000 cloud coins, and you're in the super drawing, the 6 winners, the last 4 ones, including tonight, plus 2 more. Then we're doing a giant super drawing. One of those 6 people is going to win 25,000 cloud coins. And I tell you, with things like Celebrium on the loose, I think those cloud coins, people learn all about them. Okay, thank you a lot for attending. I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you much.